going on, YouTube? Out here in the garage again. We got the old Dodge out of the way. Turbo's running good. Pretty much got the tune ironed out. I don't have any complaints there. So today we're gonna get back started on something that I've had for quite a while. So this 67 short bed step side. I've got the bed for it. It's across the yard. Took it off so we can address a lot of this stuff. So fairly straight truck, I guess you would say. Had this truck since I was a kid, so a lot of the stuff that I did do wasn't exactly the best, but I mean, we've gotten into this point. There was at one time all the carpet was new, and you know, I've got the other seat over there. But anyways, I mean, we're basically just gonna go all the way back through this thing. Want to get this back up and running, have it as like a daily, something I can get in, cruise around town. Doesn't really have to be a hot rod, you know, make it look good, make it sound good, make it easy to drive, something that, you know, I want to be able to put my mom in it and let her take it for a couple days, that sort of thing. So years ago, I did a Suburban tank in it. This used to be brand new, and that gets the tank off from behind the seat in the cab. If you guys been around these old trucks, the tank is normally back here. I don't know, it's something about a tank being in the cab with me, leaking old, just wasn't really my thing. So we ended up with this. Tank's great, fuel hand works, used to work. Haven't had a truck on the road in quite some time. So now we are making this work. Ta-da! This is a 2013 L96 out of a 2500 work truck. It's got a 6L90, so you get the regular drive shaft yoke. All the accessories, just the ICT mountain brackets, because this thing had a 350 in it already. Headers, maybe a cam one day, but I mean, this truck already came with the rec port heads. If you know anything about the L96s or the LSs, it's already got the rec port heads. Kind of the last of the LSs. Pretty good setup. Should make real decent power. And with that 6L90 behind it, it'll really help it also. And like I said, not looking to make a hot rod. We got a Corvette in the basement that we gotta get back on the road. It's already pro charged and all that good stuff. So, you know, this is just gonna be for the everyday grocery getter. So I know. The truck looks rough. It needs lots of love, but nothing we can't handle. So right now, I just got this fuse box I ordered offline to try to simplify the process. Kind of hoping that I can mount this somewhere in here, run the factory power wire to it, and just kind of keep this sort of simplified. You know, I don't want to be on the side of the road and having to find custom parts when I'm out of town in this thing. You know, if I can run a factory radiator and factory LS parts, and excuse me, a lot of factory stuff, so that I'm not having to source parts when I'm away from home. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this whole fuel setup. I'll show you guys what I had to wait like 5 months on. I mean, ordered this way back like months ago. But what we got here is the Fitech. This is their universal kit, right? So kind of what my idea is, this has got a 340 liter pump that comes with it. And kind of the idea that I've got is that this guy, look at there, nice little setup, right? Got your pressure, your return. I believe this is a vent, something like that, or maybe a boost reference. I don't know. I have to look at the instructions. Kind of my first time using one of these, but really hoping it simplifies the the fuel setup here. So kind of the plan is, you know, obviously the bed sits almost flush against the tank. And the idea is that we're going to take this and put it right here. Kind of what I'm thinking. Right there, run some fuel lines out, make this easy peasy. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the instructions, and we're going to get to it and see about maybe getting some holes cut in a fuel tank, and I'll show you guys kind of how this comes out. So not really an expert. I mean, I work on cars, used to work at a dealership. I don't know if some of you guys know me or not, but started off working in a dealership, and then I eventually got out, and I now work in engineering on big engines, not car engines, but gas turbines. So I'd like to think that I might know a little something about a little something. Maybe not. This might just be a whole disaster. But all we got to do is get fuel to the front of this truck at the right pressure, and everything should be good. I mean, it's the worst that can happen, you know? So I'll see you guys in a bit. Here we go. Something like this looks to be so this is what I'm working with. Hopefully I'm not wrong. So, get the camera right. So, as you can see, you gotta hit the little flat spots, right? So, kind of thinking this right here is about what I want to do. It's kind of as centered as possible, and it's more toward the back. Should be fine. Or do I just go here? But I know there's a sending unit. You know, maybe I should take the sending unit out. Probably a wise decision, to be honest. Instead of messing up a tank. Well, good news is tank's about empty, so that's pretty cool. This is what the sending unit looks like for one of these. Obviously this pickup tube and everything right here won't be used because we'll have a new way to pick it up. But the ding dang on float just fell off in there. So we're gonna have to go fishing. So I think we're pretty well set on drilling here. So I'm gonna get this put in. I'll get back with you guys in a second. Hey, look at what we got. Got us a hole. Got us our little C bracket put up in there. Following the old instructions. So I got about 13.5 inches to the bottom of the tank to the top of the tank. So I gotta make this work. I can't wait. So what we got here is fuel pump. This is 340 sock, and we got our little fuel assembly here. So I need to be 13.5 inches because I need just like a little 1/8 gap at the bottom of the tank from here to the bottom of the sock. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna have to do any trimming because it looks as though this is already ready to go. So what my plan is basically I think this hose clamps to the pump, and then I just have to trim this line to make it all work. And then probably pull this plug back a little bit, just I don't know, put a couple extra wraps, and we should be good. The black hose doesn't matter, it's just a return. So I'm gonna get on that, find whatever hose clamps they wanted me to use, work on trimming this, and we'll get back to it. Alright, so got the whole assembly together, 13.5 inches, got the sock on, holes drilled, came out pretty good, real easy kit to use, plug it in, a couple zip ties. The zip ties are really just to kind of hold the pump to the little thing here, but I mean it's pretty solid. These lines are pretty hard, so they pretty much hold the pump on. I feel pretty good about it. So we're gonna go ahead and see about fishing it in the hole. I'm gonna check for metal one more time. Only any shavings in there, so I'm trying to get as much of it out as I can. Alright, going in the hatch. I think it's gonna go like this. You know what I mean? ended up with. Pumps in, pretty good. Gotta get a new sending unit. The float broke off of this one. Really don't need any of this. I just need the float so that the fuel handle work. This was new at one time, but the years have gotten to it. So pumps in, looks good. Lines are made. I'm actually gonna work on getting some different ends because I'm trying to do something like this. So I actually have a male a hose to male end so that I can not have to run a coupler here. So got that down to the regulator and the side of the frame. I think I'm going to end up moving that regulator on down. The line right here, this line here is a bit too short for service because you have to pull this out to get the filter out. So I think I actually want to move this regulator on down this way. I have it mounted upside down, which I looked it up, says that should be okay. I'm going to drill a little hole in the frame so you can put a Allen wrench straight up from the bottom, do your adjustment. So that should be pretty easy, but pretty much going to be a supply in, return out. Got a 10 micron filter, I believe, and it's going to come back here and grab the hoses. So that should be good. We're going to continue working on this. That'll probably be for the next video. This video is kind of getting a little bit more drawn out than I had expected it to be, but the plan is to get right back on the factory stainless lines back down through here. So it should work, you know, just as it would have from the factory. So I think that's going to be it for this right now, at least for this video. The next video I should be able to have fuel up here, and I have a gauge on the way that I'm going to put on the fuel rail right here so that I can basically adjust the fuel pressure, read it up here on the rail. It'll be a mechanical gauge, real easy to see. Got the cover for it up there too. Just, you know, one of those things that if I'm out on the road, I can always kind of know what my fuel pressure is. Not from inside the cab, obviously, but when you pop the hood, you'll be able to see it. It'll be an easy, cheap little addition. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one, and yeah, I'll see you guys for part 2.